Marina everybody full.
Hey guys, what's good? It's your girl Choreo here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I owe you guys an update of my trips. So if you guys have been following me since like I think last year, you'd have known that I would have been going to Trinidad for the Carnival 2023, and I did go, thankfully I did go. And I'm gonna give you in this here video a little update, a review of my whole carnival experience, how I prepared both here in Jamaica, and how it actually went down. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so for the persons who are planning on going to Trinidad, right? First things first, if you are a CARICOM national, if you are in the Caribbean, you don't need more than just a passport to go. One of the things though that my country does require is a vaccination in terms of yellow fever, and this is my yellow fever card. So it's not mandatory because yellow fever is not like an immediate threat right now, just like the COVID pandemic happened the other day. But because from what I understand, Trinidad is close to Venezuela, and that's close to like is it rainforest? Basically, it's high risk for yellow fever, and yellow fever is a hemorrhagic disease similar to Ebola. And so it's very important that you protect yourself, you get vaccinated. When you go over there, you also use repellent. So when you come back to Jamaica is when it will be an issue. They will say, listen, do you have your vaccination card? So basically what happened was, when I came back to Trinidad, they asked me to join. Why am I jumping the gun here? But anyway, this is a part of the beginning, right? So when you come back to Jamaica is when you'll have the issue. So going to Trinidad is fine, but when you come back, they'll make you join two lines. This is 2023. This is what happened 2023 for Carnival. One line is the persons who have the yellow card, which is the yellow fever vaccination card. And the other line is for if you don't have it. And if you don't have it, what they did in 2023 is basically take information, because basically what that is they wanted to do like contact tracing to see if you have any symptoms of the disease or whatever. Being that I had the yellow card, they just said, okay, thank you. And I just went on my merry way, just came into Jamaica, okay. So it's very important that you get vaccinated at least 2 weeks before, because the vaccination does not come into effect until at least 10 days after you get the actual stick. So yeah, this is one of the first things that you need to know. Well, second thing, you do have to have a passport, right? So passport, vaccination card. They didn't really ask me about my COVID vaccine. They didn't ask me about that, but I do have my COVID vaccination and I have the booster shots, right? So that part is really the part. When you have problems with it though is when you're going through Miami, right? So if you're going to be transiting through Miami, typically many times they will ask you, okay, do you have your vaccine card? I know it's no longer mandatory, but there's some officials who will say, okay, can I see your vaccination card, your COVID vaccination card? But yeah, so those two things you definitely want to try to get your make sure you have your passport, make sure you have your yellow fever vaccine card, and your COVID vaccine card is important as well. Like I said, they're not mandatory, but it makes your ride a little bit smoother. You don't have to join no extra long lines because they say that you got your shield up. Yeah. So anyway, I go to Trinidad, right? I depart from Jamaica on a Thursday, and this flight goes through, it first goes to Antigua and then Barbados. So it's a pretty long flight. I left out at like 2:45, 3 o'clock, and then I didn't reach Trinidad until 10:50 p.m. So that's what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like an 8-hour flight. So I reached way in the night, and because the cruise ship, so I was on the Epic cruise, right? So as an influencer on the Epic cruise, which is basically the first of its kind. Basically the cruise ship comes to Trinidad from Barbados, docks in Trinidad for the entire 6 nights of Carnival, from Friday to Carnival Tuesday. They dock in Trinidad and then they essentially become your hotel, which was like absolutely amazing. And listen, when I got called and said, yo, Chris, we want you to be an influencer on the Epic Carnival cruise, I was just like, because honey, I'd be saving on accommodation and food, right? So I got to go there, and all I was required of me as an influencer is, you know, just post and just be creative. Content creation is key. So I did that. So yeah, so I arrived in Trinidad on the Thursday, so I was not able to join the ship until the Friday. So I had a one-night stay, and that one-night stay cost me $75 US. It was a nice gentleman, interestingly, who I didn't know him from before. He's one of my patients who had turned me on to him and said, listen, he's renting out this place for like a one night. Do you want to go there? You know, I understand you're having this challenge with the ship. You won't be in Trinidad in time to meet the ship, or you'll be in Trinidad too early to meet the ship. So I said, yeah, thank you so much. This is a miracle. Thank you so much. So I got that contact, and then I was able to spend that one night with him. If you're watching Neil, big up yourself. So I got to stay with Neil, and big up Junior for linking me to Neil. So anyway, as my phone just, you know, hotline and thing. But anyway, so I got to stay there, and he lives right in the heart of Port of Spain. So basically, he in that one night he showed me, you know, the avenue, and I got to get some food. I don't think the food that I tried was Trinidadian though, because all the other Trinidadian food stops were like packed, and like this was like 11 after like minutes to 12 after 12 in the night, and I just didn't want to spend any long time waiting for food in lines. So we went to this place called, I think it's Gyros or something like that, and I'm gonna drop a picture. I hope I still have it in my phone. But it was like fries and like a whole lot of chicken and it's very Middle Eastern. It reminded me of this food that I had when I was in New York, the food trucks in New York, where, you know, you have like the white sauce, the red sauce, and the orange sauce, and it's like a big whole heap of chicken. That's one thing. Like almost all the street food places, it's like a lot of food, and like every time I look at it, I'm just like, I don't know if I can finish all this, but anyway, bite, I'm belly full, I'm really alright. So anyway, that was the first night. And then the next day, the Friday, that's when I was supposed to be joining the ship. The ship would have already docked like from like 10 a.m. Or a little bit earlier than that. But you know, your girl loves luxury, so I planned and booked for myself like about a couple weeks before an appointment for a full body scrub, 30-minute full body scrub and a full body aromatherapy massage at the Hyatt Hotel, the Regency Hyatt Hotel. And the excellent thing, the perfect thing was that the Hyatt was like just walking distance from where the ship was docked, and so I was able to easily walk over to the ship. But yeah, let me tell you about that massage. Let me tell you about that place. So I went to the Regency, which is pretty much a hotel. Like if you're in Jamaica, it's like, who is texting me? Anyway, I put this phone on airplane mode. Although I can't put my phone on airplane mode because my mechanic's supposed to be calling me because I'm dealing with my car. I need to deal with my car. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so anyway, if you're living in Jamaica, it's kind of like the Pegasus. It's really nice place. Very popular, you know, for persons who are going to Carnival and so on. And it was sold out from like months before Carnival. I can go as far as to say probably like even a year. So anyway, step in, nice, clean environment. You know, I go in, of course I have all my bags and stuff on me, and this, I don't like calling them bellboys, but this gentleman, because he's elderly gentleman, I don't like calling people bellboy, just sounds so, you know what I mean? So anyway, he comes and he carries me upstairs to the spa, and the spa is just beautiful. It's just beautiful. It was just so nice and serene. And I went in there and I was registering and I signed the waiver form. And while I'm doing this, I hear like I look up and I see a lady staring at me, and she's staring at me like, okay, she knows me, I don't know. And she's like snickering. So then I'm like, okay, what happened? So she's like, she comes to me and she reveals basically, you know, she's Trinidadian. She's like, because they call her, because she's supposed to be the one doing my scrub, my full body scrub. She comes to me and she's like, I was just watching you on YouTube last night, and I was like, OMG. Now, mind you, this is the first person who identified me as Choreo, you know, dancer, choreographer, teacher. I think so far, except for like Neil, because apart from Neil, this would have been the second place that I'd have contact with like people. You know what I mean? Apart from that was like the avenue where everybody's just walking and you know. So anyway, she was just like a total fan. I'm gonna draw a picture right here. Big up to you, sweetheart. And she told me that, you know, she's always practicing. Her husband is always encouraging her, motivating her. Big up to him. You are a sweet husband, rare to find. So, and of course she has, I think, I don't remember if it was 2 kids or 1 child, but you know, big ups to you, darling. Let me just say about the full body scrub with her. She upgraded my full body scrub to like a cocoa bean scrub, and it smelled so good. It smelled so divine. It was so beautiful. It was like this brown sugar, and the room was just dark and serene and just, can you all tell I like luxury? I love relaxation. I love massages, because let me tell you, and if you're a physical person out there, whether it is dancing, gym, therapy, medical industry, healthcare work, I just feel like whatever it is, not only those particular careers, whatever it is that you do, you must try to get some type of physical therapy. You know what I mean? You need to get something, get a massage, get a body scrub, get a pedicure. It is so beautiful, and I thank God every single day. If you're not religious, it's fine. I don't consider myself religious, but I do believe in God, and I do believe that, you know, people share similar interests in terms of like if you are a Buddhist, if you are anything that has positive energy, positive flow, I believe that you and I could sit down and worship in the same place, because at the end of the day, we all are after the same things. We all want goodness, we all want success, love, harmony, peace, and joy. You understand? And I feel like if we can sit together, we can all share that same energy. And so when I say I'm not religious, it's because I do believe in a God. Whenever I pray to God and I focus my energies on God, right? I don't put no sex on God, because I don't believe that souls or spirits, I don't believe that they have sex. I believe he's universal. I'm saying he. It's universal, right? So where was I going with this? I was saying that you need to ensure that you make time for yourself, to love upon yourself. You understand? It is so very important. And as I was saying, I'm so thankful to God when I started actually making money, that I could actually start to take care of myself the right way. Because I used to, girl or boy, whoever is watching, listen, before I got a car, I used to walk everywhere. Before I got a job that could pay me, I used to just eat some really crappy foods and really wish and hope that one day I'd be able to afford like vegetables. Now I'm making choices of, okay, I want to do junk food today. I want to do vegetables. You know what I mean? So I'm just so happy that my desires, my wants are finally coming through. Like, I'm not exactly where I want to be yet, but it's coming and it's happening. And if I could motivate you to do anything today, it's just to put a want in your head. Just create that want, that desire in your head. That's all you need. And then just let the rest of it flow. Sometimes it's hard, it's a struggle, but just believe in it and it will come. So anyway, yeah, so I was able to afford to just do this aromatherapy massage. It really wasn't that expensive. I think it was like 145 US dollars total, I believe it was. For both the scrub, let me not tell you any lies, for both the scrub and the let me see if I can find it. For both, cost for services. So the cost was, okay, so it's 1,000 TTD. So $400 to do the express scrub, which was 30 minutes long, and my 50-minute aromatherapy massage was $600. So that was 1,000 Trinidad and Tobago dollars. And if I could just look up TT dollars to US dollars, 1,000, yeah, it's just 147 US dollars 52 cents plus some tax, right? So some persons might say, oh, that's a lot of money. For all of what I put my body through on a regular basis, this is nothing. This is nothing. And one of the things that I've been wanting to do a lot more often is I need to visit the spa more because it relaxes me. I find that spas are just those are just my go-to places, right? Having another human being take care of you, and spoiled myself. Where was I? The sugar scrub. So yeah, my beautiful new friend in Trinidad, she gave me this beautiful massage. Not massage, she gave me this body scrub, and we did, full back. And of course, when I stepped in, I'm gonna see if I hope I still have these videos, They give you like disposable underwear, and so you cover your nipples and you cover your vagina area. And so of course, for those who are wondering or worried or anxious that you're gonna have to become like completely nude, no, you don't have to be. You're not, right? It's just not. I don't even think that's you still covered. So yeah, so we did that, and then she did that for 30 minutes. It was beautiful. She did everything. My neck down to my back, right down to the backs of my legs, down to my feet. And y'all know, if you're physical like Christine, you're always on your feet. Physiotherapy, dancing, gym, those feet need to get massaged, right? So got a sugar scrub down there as well. And then after she was finished, she made way for I went into the shower, rinsed off all the sugary goodness. It smelled so good. I smelled like chocolate, so I was so edible. So anyway, we went to the massage therapist. Well, it was the same room. The massage therapist came in. I'm going to drop like a little video right here as well. It was so nice, so sweet. I fell asleep a couple of times. The only issue I had with the massage is that and it wasn't her. It was just the equipment. So like the neck part of the bed, it was a little uncomfortable, the thing that you put your face in. But apart from that, like, girl, I fell asleep a couple of times. Well, it was beautiful. The customer care was just top tier. All right, guys, so that same Friday now, I checked into the ship. So after I got the massage and the sugar scrub, nice up sweet treatment, I checked into the cruise ship, the Epic cruise ship, which is pretty smooth because I had pre-registered, pre-checked in as well. So all they needed to do was just give me my card, which is the C card, basically your pass to get on and off the ship, basically identification. So every time that they swipe that card, your picture, your identification would come up, and then they look at you to see if it's you, and then if it's you, you get to go in. And they do that both ways, if you're going in and coming off. And so checking in also means that you have to run your bags, your suitcases, through like a scanner, same thing like you do at an airport, to ensure that you're not carrying any dangerous weapons, any weed, any alcohol, any illegal substances or anything like that. So they made sure that those were checked, which is really cool because that helped to keep the security on the locks on the ship. So when I got in, so here's my room. For those who are wondering how they use the bathroom in this little room, I've started to unpack and everything. So here is the room, the bathroom that is. Some of my makeup brushes, don't look at them too hard, they're kind of old. So here I'm in the bathroom. Oh, that looks so cute. So so right here, that's the basin. And you have one right there, you have a bin, you have like, I know my girls them, I don't want to know these things. So there's a drawer. This is my first time on a cruise, for those who are wondering. I've never been on a boat. Well, I've been on a yacht. I've been on several yachts, but like a full cruise, nah, I've seen. But my first time on like an actual cruise ship. And then this is the shower. Yeah, and then I'm gonna step in the shower so you can see the proximity from like the mirror. See, so it's like right here, so I can reach out and touch the mirror, right? So it's really small. The toilet is right here. Towels, and then right across here is the closet. Big window at the back, which is, that's the ocean view. So you can open the windows in the daytime, or you can close them and you totally block out all the light. It was just so sexy, so beautiful. I enjoyed it so much. And of course, there's hot water on the ship. There were no water problems. The toilets flushed well, even though there were, signs around that said, okay, you can save water by not flushing too quickly or some craziness. So the first day, Friday, now, I also, oh shoot, I forgot to tell you guys, when I arrived in Trinidad, because it's Carnival in Trinidad right now, right? So, or then, so when you open the doors to Trinidad Carnival, to Trinidad, or you exit the airport, there's this huge party. Huge party. This was Thursday night, and there were like stilt walkers, they call them jumbies, and like women dressed in carnival costumes. There's like drums playing, music playing. People were just like, hey, welcome home, and it was courtesy of Caribbean Airlines. I kid you not, I had no part in this. And when I came out, because I had on my big hat, I had on my huge ass hat. I'm gonna draw a picture right here, right? I had on my huge hat, and I don't know, I guess they loved the huge hat, and I was wearing a big red sweater from West Indies company, and so they're like, welcome home, and they interviewed me, and they asked me, where are you from? I'm like, Jamaica, and the crowd went wild. And they're like, what are you doing here in Trinidad? I told them, it's my first time in Trinidad. So then they were like, oh my God, you're a Carnival Virgin. And then they were like, for Carnival Virgin, we're gonna give you 2 tickets to the Machel Montano one night show. And I was just like, oh my God, it was so crazy. I got 2 tickets. So I got the 2 tickets. I gave one to Neil, who was my host. I took that 1 ticket. So then when I got on the ship on Friday, I got changed and everything. And the ticket was a platinum pass. So it wasn't like VIP, which is like right in front of the stage. It was platinum, which is in the bleachers. I got to sit down, and your girl don't like wearing flats. So it's my first night in Trinidad. Girl not going to wear flats. I'm going to wear heels. Which I probably shouldn't have, because I got bruised on the back of my my ankles, because the heels are so tough. And typically whenever I wear those heels, it's usually like a very short occasion, but this was like walking up some long steps, coming down steps, walking around. Is basically a stadium, and stadium is not built for like heels unless you, yes, anyway. I didn't like about the Machel show is that the Machel show had a lot of gaps in between. It did not flow. There's a lot of technical issues. There were some artists that I couldn't hear. There was one particular artist that was singing, and I was like, okay, is he singing or is he a DJ? I don't know what's going on. Half the time this was me like, what's going on? I kid you not. And like, there was a lady sitting beside me who was like literally falling asleep, and I was like, I kept having to ask her, honey, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. I know who she was. She knew who I was, because she was like, you're the dancer girl. And I was like, yeah. And then from there, I just got super comfortable with her, and she offered me a beer. I don't drink beer, so I was like, no, it's okay, I'm good. And she was basically telling me what the hell was going on, because half the time, sometimes the Trinidadian accent is so heavy that I'm just like, what what are they saying? Hold on. So that show was, I think it started with Second Star. So he was hosting, and then Second Star carried on a group of other artists, and there was like a phenomenal dancing as well. But the phenomenal dancing didn't start until Machel came on. So when Machel came on, there was like a whole big show of like fireworks and like dances. But when Machel came on, I was out of it. I was so out of it because they made us wait so long. The gates open at 6. I arrived there by about 7 or 8. And Machel didn't come on until around 2 a.m. And in between that time, there was like an African Afrobeats artist that went on. I don't know if it was Wizkid. I really don't know. I wasn't hearing the announcements. At one point, I was just like not listening. I was just focused on people walking up and down and taking pictures. Yeah, there was like an hour when we were waiting, and like there was enough time that I could actually go down and order food, have my food, eat my food, and just sit down and still be waiting. There was just too much waiting. Machel, what was going on? What was that? But anyway, when he came on, he redeemed himself, and it was fantastic. I only stayed for like 3 songs because by that time I was out of it. I was like, no girl, I need to go home. And it was like, it felt like it was reversing all the relaxation that I got from like the massage and the aromatherapy massage and the scrub that I got the day before. I was like, no, this is too much. I cannot. I will watch it on computer, watch the reruns or something, but I couldn't stay any longer. And then I went out. Luckily enough, some members of my group were also outside, and so we jumped on the same shuttle and went back to the ship. So that was that. So the Machel show happened the Friday night, and then the Saturday, was there anything else? Well, Friday night there was also, well, it was actually not Friday night, but like Saturday morning technically, because 3 a.m. no, there was ambush, right? So basically, you're going to you dress up in like your Caesar's Army gear, which I never wear. This is what I wore because I got my pass late. Thankfully, I know Jules, and big up to Darcel. Darcel linked me up to Jules because I don't know if Jules actually knew that I was in Trinidad. So he left a band for me at the front, and then I was able to get in, and when I got into Caesar's Army, when I got into the ambush party, literally this is what I saw. And I was so nervous because I was like, okay, I don't know anybody here. What do I do? How do I enjoy this? And then I was just walking, and interestingly, someone told me, Christina, just have a shot of vodka and just walk into the party. Just go into the party. You must know somebody here. Because like in Jamaica, I usually do that. Like soca parties, like I usually know everybody at a soca party in Jamaica. Like I know most persons enough to feel safe. But with Trinidad, these are soca lovers from all over the world. So even if Jamaicans are there, it's so hard to find everybody because there's everybody from all over the world comes out. So it's difficult to find. Went in, and I was just walking and just kind of standing up all confident, and so I was like, yeah man, I know people here, cool. Because when you go somewhere where you don't know anybody, you can't make nobody know, so you don't know nobody, So anyway, I went in. My phone is just hotline today. Went in, and one of my friends from back in Jamaica, which I haven't seen for years because she migrated like way before the pandemic. Like I kid you not, she migrated like 2017, 2018 thereabout, and I haven't seen this woman in person in years. So she tapped me on the shoulder and she was like, hi. So I'm like, what the hell are you doing here, Patrice? And then Patrice was there with like 2 other guys and I think 2 ladies, and I just had a ball with them. And I'm gonna just be dropping videos here. There was like foam, there was paint, we were dancing, we were just having so much fun. And then at the end of it, let me just show you some of those videos right now. So like at the end of this party now, Patrice taught me how to not join lines in Trinidad. So legit, here's what we did. We just jumped in. I jumped in front of my friend who I knew, Shanique, who is the current Miss World. Big up yourself, Shanique. So I jumped in front of her, And I got to go into that's a food line at the end of the party. It's a food line, so we got like doubles, we got like all kind of random shit, saltfish, yaman, some I don't know what it was, but it tasted good, and I was eating it. I was merry, I was having fun. The next day, Saturday, I had my costume pickup, and this is where I met Luna for the first time. If you guys know Luna, she's like star girl in Trinidad, dancer extraordinaire, sexy, hot body girl. But because the costume distribution, the costume collection took so long, I was not able to see the Kiddies Carnival. By the time I had got through, it was, I kid you not, I think I spent like at least 2-3 hours there waiting. I was fast tracked from the registration and just joined the costume distribution, and I was really hoping as an ambassador that I'd be able to, you know, be fast tracked to just like give him a costume, but I had to join a long ass line, and that was disappointing for me as an ambassador. But so anyway, that same night, because you know I was on an epic cruise, right? That same night I was able to, well, everybody on the ship was basically invited to Johnny Mac's birthday party, and Johnny Mac is basically the organizer. Not basically, he is the organizer, the brain behind the epic carnival cruise. And so everybody just kind of came out to celebrate. The theme for the night was, you know, all black, grown and sexy. And so of course I wore my little black dress with my stripper heels, girl. And I drove some people crazy, yeah? It did what it needed to do, right? So you know, I did the red lips and the smoky eye, and girl was looking sexy, curls all defined and shiny and new. Let me tell you, for the first 3 days, like Friday or nights, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was looking nice and shiny and clean and just, yeah, fresh out of the spa type of, oh, this girl is sexy. You see, by the time Monday Carnival, oh, let me tell you, before I go to there, but all I'm saying is that my ratings of looking like a shiny new penny or hot, sexy gold block or whatever, it went from here straight down. Because after ambush, when you got like paint all over you and like the lashes, paint on the lashes, and then like, even though I didn't get a lot of paint on me, like, my skin started to feel the effects of like the hot sun, the walking, it takes a toll. And so one of the things that I would definitely try to do when I go back is I try to carry more soothing therapeutic products. So like when I finish one event, I can come home, exfoliate, because even though I did carry exfoliants, I think I could have carried more, and I could have carried more moisturizers. I did do sunblock. That's one thing I did not skirt on. I carried my sunblock, but I just feel like I could have carried more. And I did my moisturizers. I carried all of those things, but I think something more intense moisturizers, more intense body scrubs. And I think probably like another day at the spa would be very important, especially towards the end, because by the time I finish with Trinidad, girl, I feel like right now my hat is on my head and my hair is looking crazy because because I just feel, you know, in a Jamaica, what I would feel done out, not just feel done. Like, I don't even think I'm going to go to the gym this entire week. This is the week after Trinidad Carnival, girl. This is not it. I gotta go to a spa. I need to get the lashes back because all my lashes fell out. All my lash extensions fell out. So anyway, Johnny's birthday was fun. It was a lot of fun. There's like special guests from different parts of the Caribbean.
What you do? How you be?
You make me feel like
Lighter. You make me feel
So happy belated birthday to you again, Johnny Mac. I full enjoyed your birthday party. It was wonderful, and you know, big up yourself for the carnival, the epic carnival cruise, first of its kind. And it was a phenomenal first run. I really enjoyed myself aboard the ship. So then that was Saturday night. Sunday now, because I left Johnny Mac's party so late, I mean, I was still on the ship. The ship is basically my hotel, right? And the party happened on the ship, that particular party. That was the first party I was attending on the ship. The Sunday, no, it was a rainy Sunday. So I stayed in bed, like I did not wake up, I kid you not, until about 12 o'clock. There were other parties or other fetes scheduled for that day, but girl, after Ambush and then Johnny Mac's party, I know there are other parties that people were going like 3 parties a day, and I was like, I'm not trying to run my body down. I'm good. so I woke up like 12 o'clock. On that day, there was supposed to be the Static Showcase. So Static is a very popular producer in Trinidad. He's known for such hits as Run With It, Run, Take Up Something, anything. So he's known for hits like that. I'm gonna drop some of the artists that really resonated with me.
Just like a mama. What should I Hey, all the right stuff. You make my heart go tick. What should I
Definitely number one on my list is Freetown Collective, Muhammad and his whole band. Like, they were amazing. And interestingly, he has he revealed on stage that he had a crush on me, which I thought was so cute. I thought it was so sweet. Like, I was blushing AF. I'm not gonna lie, at one point I did actually have a crush on him. I really do like his music. I love his creativity. I love, like, if you've checked out like Freetown Collective's music, like, you know exactly, and you know me as a person, you know exactly why, you know, I love their work. Really, really deep stuff, and exactly what I feel the Caribbean diaspora is missing, you know what I mean? So that's Freetown Collective. Big up yourself, Muhammad, Mr. Muhammad Machel. So they were definitely number one on my list in terms of their performances. Olatunji was also really good. Olatunji, you know, he's known for like oh gosh, this is an Afrobeat song that I know. Right, so I know I'm not going to be able to monetize this video because there's so many music and copyright stuff, but I needed to share this guy with you guys because I know there's some of you who are going to be going to Trinidad next year and you guys need the information, right? So the included on the Static Showcase was also Father Phyllis, and y'all know Father Phyllis is crazy. He's just this crazy, just sing what he wants to sing, very cool, very much Generation Z type of soca artist, really bringing a fresh outlook on what soca can be and what soca can become. was there as well. I gotta take a picture with him. The next day, I legit have my notes right here, because if I'm supposed to just say all this from memory, no, I've gotta tell you what was happening. So then Monday now, I woke up super early because I had to go and do my makeup with Bella Rouge for Glam Hub, Carnival Glam Hub. It was just so special. They had this whole big conference room spread at the Hilton. So just imagine going to the Hilton in Trinidad. So of course I shuttle carried us up there and we did our makeup. Bella Rouge is who I chose because from what I gather, she's just absolutely artistic and creative, and this is, you know, this is the first look that she did for me. That was from Monday Wear. My Monday wear, by the way, was by Chris Jackson, who's a Jamaican designer. For those of you who like to talk about, oh, support Jamaican, put your money where your mouth there. So in this case, yeah, I did support a Jamaican designer, and this is what it was. Yeah. So this photo is by Flowy's Creation. Big ups to him. And then I also have a little video too, so I'm gonna drop that as well. This is live music. So one of the things that I love about Trinidad Carnival is that they had a lot of live music. So even though they had music playing in the background, they had like percussions, they had people banging on stuff, and it was just amazing. It was super crazy. You know what I didn't mention? I didn't mention that on Sunday, the Static Showcase, right before, they had like a pre-show, and because they were trying to kill time, poor things, they never know what to do, because the rain was falling and they were trying to set up the stage, and they were trying to also round up people as well because the show started late. They were like, okay, let's have a twerk show, let's have a twerk competition, and they called up women, and I wasn't gonna go because I was an influencer on the ship. So I was like, are you sure? I don't think I'm allowed to do this. But then a couple of my fans were like, go. And they legit basically pushed me up and they were like, go, you need to do this, right? So I went on the stage and killed it, and this is my performance. So I did win a bottle of champagne and a bottle of rum. I think it's Angora rum or something of the sort. And but I couldn't carry it back with me. I had to give it to a friend. So I gave it to a friend, and that was that. So that was, you know, one of the highlights, and that happened on Sunday. So moving back now to Monday. Monday Carnival was just interesting. It was basically literally just walking the same route that you'd be walking on Tuesday. So we walked for a good 15, no, I'm sorry, lies. We walked for a good 2-3 hours. I'm not gonna lie to you. I joined about 12 o'clock, and I don't think we didn't get done until 7, because at the end of Monday night, there was what is known as Light Up the Rogue, because that was my band that I was walking with. By the way, big up Rogue. I was with Rogue, and Light Up, it was just beautiful. You know, they gave us all kind of glow in the dark stuff. I put stuff in my hair. I was walking with Dylan and Black Rose's 2 dancers. Well, I started off walking with Steffi and Mala and Darcel. Darcel is of Trinidad, and then Mala and Steffi are both from Jamaica. I'll drop these photos here. So this is Darcel and I. This is Mala, Steffi, and I. So Mala and Steffi are actually from Jamaica, and they are with the Gen X's band. So if you're coming to Jamaica, you want to play mass, make sure you come to Gen X, because that's the one that I'm going to be playing with. Darcel is just my sweetheart, my loving, darling sweetie pie. The first time I went to Trinidad, she's one of the persons who was basically guiding me along. And before I came to Trinidad, well, the first time I went to Trinidad was in 2019, I think, when I came for the band launch. And then the second time was just this time around. I went for Trinidad Carnival, and before I came, she basically helped me to decide on where I'm going to stay, what areas are safe, what areas close by, like budgeting wise. Like she was very instrumental in just like Chrissy, don't make these crazy mistakes, right? So before you come to Trinidad, make sure you have somebody like a Darcel. And Darcel was my go-to person, which is like, do this, Chrissy, not that. Come here, not here. Come to this party you must go to. You know what I mean? So big up to Darcel. When you come to Trinidad, make sure you work out. Make sure you have endurance. Make sure you have energy. Make sure you have comfortable shoes. Even with strong ass legs like mine, even flat shoes were uncomfortable. I feel like the next time I go to Carnival, I'm literally going to be in open toe shoes, because no matter how big the shoes are, it's like your toes will always butt on the front, and I can't handle losing my toenails again. Whoops, that slipped out. I lost my 2 big toenails the first time I did Jamaica Carnival, right? I wore a wedge heel sneaker and my toes kept bouncing on front, and then after a while it got swollen and it went down finally, and then the nail, I lost the nail from right down in the cuticle. They're both big toenails, and yeah, but they grew back though after a while. They grew back. I got back to the ship, and I just went straight in and I washed up, bathed everything, and just went to my bed. I could not do a thing else. The next morning I had to be up really early. Taxi came for me, and I went up to Hilton, and I told Bella, or Amanda of Bella Rouge, look here, I want to just have this avant-garde look. I want to just look super hot, super sexy. I want to have this alien-like look, because it's Machina, right? Machina, and this is the costume. I love this costume so much. Like, I know it's not like overtly sexual like most carnival costumes seem these days, tiny or whatever, but I love it so much. It's so artistic, like the lines on it, everything. It's so sharp. It's so in keeping with the theme. For those who are wondering, that was Trinidad Carnival for me. My Trinidad Carnival experience was it was fantastic. I really did enjoy it. You know what I loved especially? It was so crazy being in a place where people from all over the world are coming up to you and saying, Chris, you helped me get ready for Carnival. That for me was so special. I don't get that a lot in Jamaica. In Jamaica, people just say, oh, you can dance, you dance very good. But like, I don't really get persons coming up to me and saying, I've been watching your tutorials. Like, I'll get it, but it's kind of rare. So when I was in Trinidad, I have these different nationals, persons from different countries, America, Bahamas, Barbados, Trinidad, people coming up to me, especially in Trinidad, right? Because remember I told you that there's a young lady who came to me in the spa. That was so random. And then different persons as well. We're saying, I watch your tutorials and you've helped me so much. I love the way that you break down information. And then I've never had so many requests for persons asking to take pictures in one space, like not even in Jamaica. Like, I'll get that sometimes, but like when I was in Trinidad, I was like, this is so nice. It was so beautiful. Even when I was on the road, people were just like, can I have a picture with you? Can I have a video with you? It was beautiful. And like, I feel so much more motivated now to do my videos. Like I said, I'm creating this video today, Tuesday, like right now. It's what time? It's like 1:11 p.m. and I'm trying my best to drop it by at least 5 o'clock tonight. If I don't drop it tonight, I'm definitely dropping it tomorrow, but I'm trying my best to drop it. Like, I'm just so thankful, so grateful for all the love that I've received, you know what I mean? And whoever said that Trinidadians and Jamaicans have beef, you need to go to Trinidad and just feel the love that Trinidadians have for Jamaicans. Like, it was just incredible. It was beautiful, and I really did enjoy it. Of all those persons who basically helped to make my stay in Trinidad so much more comfortable, so much more sweet, and just big ups to you. Will I be going to Trinidad again next year? For sure. For fucking sure. I will definitely be at Trinidad Carnival. I think that's gonna be like a staple in my traveling life right now. I'm gonna try to do more carnivals this year. So I know I have Bahamas coming up in May, and then I have Grenada that's also coming up in August. So, and Grenada is one carnival I definitely have always wanted to check out, Spice Mass, because of the whole traditions with their jab and I've recently met a young lady, Christina, who was at the International Music Conference, and she told me a little bit about it, and I'm just excited to go to Grenada this year. So I'm going to be going there, and all being well, I should also be going to there. I should also be a part of their band launch too, so you should look out for that. I was recently a part of the Bahamas masqueraders, so for those of you who saw me leave from Trinidad, I came to Jamaica for one night and then I left the Thursday to go to Bahamas for a band launch the Friday. And while in Bahamas, it was just so beautiful. Like, I had put in my caption, I'm so sorry, I put in my caption that it's probably one of the most positive vibes I've ever had from a band launch, and this is true. Like, genuinely, the models, because sometimes you go to band launches as a model, I'm telling you this from what I've experienced, even in Jamaica here, different areas, and the models do not gel as naturally as just like everybody gelled at the Bahamas masqueraders band launch, and just for that reason alone, I am looking forward so much to just playing mass with them on the road. So yeah, so that's what I was doing in Bahamas, and I will drop my little performance there right here. Was me in the Bahamas. So look out for me at the Grenada band launch. That should be in March. So I'm gonna be doing that pretty soon, and just continue to follow me in Carnival. Who knows, I might be doing another Carnival this year, but I know for sure there's Trinidad, there's gonna be Jamaica, which is in April 16th to be exact. I am planning a dancehall soca workshop, which is going to be on the 14th, which is a Friday before Carnival Sunday. So I just want to make sure everybody's able to come to that. I will drop more information soon. It's going to be, what I'm thinking so far is a 90-minute dancehall soca class, just pure chrisschoreo energy, pure dancehall, pure soca vibes. And I'm inviting you to come. If you are from overseas, just come. Have fun with me, take pictures, let's do some videos, let's just have fun. And I'm doing it 90 minutes versus my usual 60 minutes. So 30 additional minutes for, like, you know, just like, let's have fun together, you know? So once I get a list of all the fets I'll be attending for the Jamaica soca season, I'll let you guys know. And likewise for Bahamas soca season. I don't know if I'll be there for like a whole week. I know for sure I'll be there for mass. For Grenada, I believe I made it be there for like a week in advance, because I am an official ambassador with the Oro Luxury Carnival, signed and sealed. So that's a done deal. So you're definitely going to be seeing me in Grenada. So thanks again to my Caribbean family for the support and the love. Just coming out of my country and experiencing that love in a whole new country from different Caribbean nationals, like, it just has motivated me to just continue. Sometimes I do get demotivated, and just you guys just coming up to me and saying, Chris, can I get a photo? Can I get a video? I love your work. Yo, like, it just makes me feel like I can just take this to a different level. Like, in my mind, yes, I could always take it to another level, but human exchange, it's different. And I feel like Carnival is gonna be my life from now on, you know. I really do feel that. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll start back tutorials next week. Actually, I'm gonna start dance tutorials, but it's gonna be more of a rehabilitation sort of therapy after soca season. So I'm gonna be doing like stretching, gentle muscle strengthening exercises to kind of rehabilitate your body, recovery after the soca season. Before I even go into that, remember, you need to just make sure you hydrate, supplement where you need to get your multivitamins in, start back eating the foods that you used to eat. If you're in a foreign country, you couldn't get the well-balanced food, which I'm sure you could have got in Trinidad, but I know sometimes like the food lines in Trinidad were crazy because everybody was in Trinidad. The whole world was in Trinidad for Carnival. So I knew it was difficult because I myself had a lot of junk food. Girl, I had so much French fries, it's not even funny. So I know I'm going to take a week off before going back to the gym to just make sure I just get the nutrition back into my body. Yeah, so we will resume next week. Let me go edit this video so I can get this out right now. Love you guys.